we're going to do something with the grana padano here. And what we're going to do is make some cheese baskets to hold some vegetables. So here we have an assortment of vegetables. Let me get those going. So our vegetables are here, and all we did was dice up a zucchini. So we have zucchini, we have yellow squash, we have onion, and we have tomato, little cherry tomatoes. Let me get my pan hot and show you how I do this. I start with a little bit of infused basil oil. So in this container, I have 2 cups of packed fresh basil leaves. And I want to add some olive oil to this. You want a lot of olive oil, maybe about 2/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. So you put the olive oil in, you add a little bit of salt, and then you either have to do this in a blender or you can do it with one of these, which I love. So you're making an oil. So you press that down, and as you press it down, you add more oil, enough oil so that you have something that is liquid. So don't add too much oil, just enough to get it where you want it. All right, I think you get the idea on that. Then you let it sit around for a while. Here's some that we did earlier. Oh, you see that? Beautiful. We're going to put a little bit of that right in here. Right there. The basil infused olive oil. And we're going to mix that around. This is a really nifty idea for a party. Now we add the onion. Onion goes in. We let that cook with the vegetables. Let me turn this up. I don't want the vegetables mushy because they're going to go into a little basket. We're going to add the zucchini, diced up. There's our zucchini. We're going to add our yellow summer squash. Very pretty. If you see that you need more oil, you can always add it. We'll get that going. And we're going to add cherry tomatoes towards the end. And when you do cherry tomatoes, use a cheese knife, and then just cut these up into quarters like that. Just cut them up into quarters. Okay, there are our tomatoes, which we will add towards the end. So we're going to let this go, let this cook, while we do the cheese basket. Did I give this salt and pepper? I don't think I did. A little salt and a little pepper. Now for the basket that we're going to put this in. We're making the baskets, remember, with grana padano, that cheese that I just explained to you from the Po. Grana meaning grainy, padano meaning from the Po. Get a good ½ cup of cheese. All right, so now we want to put the cheese right here. Okay, just like that. Make sure you use a good heaping ½ cupful. I spread it out. Spread this out. Maybe to about 6 inches. You want this cheese to melt because you're going to form it over a little small cup or a little small bowl. So this has really got to melt, and it's got to get crispy on the bottom before we can turn it over. So you really got to watch this. Now you can see that it's just starting to melt. So with this, you have to have a little pazienza. So as soon as that is a little browned on the outer edges, I'll be able to take it out and form it over our cup. All right, I think you can see that we now have a browned piece of cheese. We're not going to take that out yet because we want to put our tomatoes in with our vegetables. Doesn't that look pretty? We don't want those tomatoes to cook too much. We don't want a sauce here. We just want vegetables. All right, that looks good. I'm just going to put that heat way down now and show you how this goes. Once you have the baskets made, and as I say, it's a labor of love, so you want to make sure you're only doing this for people that you really like. Take it and put it right over something that you can press on, either with a paper towel Or you can use a glove over a small cup. Just press your hand over it. Get the shape there. This is where the little basket comes from, the basket idea. So you let it sit like that. Don't touch them until they're cold. Let me turn this off and show you how this goes. While that is sitting there cooling, I made some earlier for you that are right here. You get a spoon. Aren't they pretty? So, you would take some of your mixture, fill the basket. Isn't that beautiful? This is great for a party.